States. It's Mark from the United States.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Mark from the States. How are we doing today? I am doing fantastic. I hope you are as well. It is Christmas Eve when I'm doing this. Who knows when you'll see this. I just thought this would be kind of a fun video to do. I know there's a lot of World War II buffs, if I should say, I guess would be the correct term. People who enjoy World War II movies. Well, my father, before he passed, was an avid collector of World War II movies. Now, a lot of them probably are American movies, I imagine. Probably most of them. And some of them aren't really about an actual World War II event. They may have just taken place during World War II, with the World War II as the backdrop. I thought it'd be fun to go through the collection that he had. I was blessed to be able to get his collection when he passed away 6 years ago. He died in 2018, a couple weeks from now. It was right after we had this huge Thomas fire, wildfire that nearly burned their home down, but burned all their neighbors' homes down and practically decimated our whole neighborhood, the neighborhood I grew up in. But luckily their house was saved, just based on geography, really. It sat lower than their neighbors' houses, who were up a little higher, and the wind was blowing so hard. It blew pretty much all the embers and flames over their house to the other side. It was truly an act of God that saved their home. But they were displaced from December 6th, which is my birthday. It happened the night before my birthday, December 5th or December 4th, something like that, is when the fire started and came into their neighborhood so fast that I barely had time to get up there and get him and my mother out of the house and down to our house, which we live, a couple miles lower than they do. And it was just, they live up on the hill, and it was just going across the hills. And it was lucky, very lucky, that their house didn't burn down, but a lot of our neighbors did. So they were displaced for about a good 30 days before they were able to get back into the home. And then he died shortly after. So this time of year, I always really think about him. Of course, I think about him all the time, but anyway, he collected World War II movies on DVD, a lot of them still unopened. My mom asked me if I wanted them. I said, absolutely, absolutely. So I want to share a lot of them with you. But I thought it'd be kind of fun to quiz you on how well do you know your World War II movies or World War II era. The movie itself took place with the backdrop of World War II. I don't know. We'll see if a lot of these you'll know. I'm going to read the actors that are in the movie. If I can read the year, I will. A lot of them really small, fine print. A lot of these I've never even heard of. So maybe you will. But I'm going to go quick. So just you want to give yourself a chance to answer and figure out what movie I'm talking about. Feel free to pause. We'll do this on the honor system. You can let me know how well you did in the comments or in email. And so, okay, we're going to start off right now. This is a movie I'd never heard of. It's Sophia Loren, George Peppard, Trevor Howard, John Mills, Richard Johnson, Tom Courtenay. Yeah, never have heard this at all. This was, from, let's see if I can get the date, 1965? If I can read that. God, that's so small. Operation Crossbow. Yeah. No idea. No idea. I don't even know where I'm going to stack these. I'll stack them right here. This one, Gregory Peck, David Niven, and Roger Moore. The Sea Wolves. I don't think I've heard that one either. I have heard this one. In fact, I've seen this one. This is a classic. I'm not going to be able to pronounce any of their names because they're all German. But yes, I'm sure you already know what I'm talking about. It's a classic. Das Boot. This one stars Peter O'Toole. I've never heard of it. Well, maybe I have. 1971. Peter O'Toole, also starring Sian Phillips, Sian Phillips, Philippe Noiret, Horst Janssen. Based on the novel by Max Cato. Yeah. Murphy's War. If some of you are getting that's I have seen this one. Matthew Modine. It was directed by Steven Spielberg, right? He did direct this. Am I right? I don't know. Eric Stoltz. It's a relatively newer film, 1990. Who? John Lithgow is in this. Let's see, it directed. Oh no, it was directed by Michael Canton Jones. Oh, I thought Spielberg. Maybe he was a producer on this. Huh. Yeah, no, I don't even think he was a producer on this. Huh. Well, anyway, Memphis Belle. Yeah. Never heard this one. It's never been opened. It says it has an all-star cast. We're going to be the judge of that. Gosh, I can't even read down there. Oh, God. It's about the Allied resistance and the Paris liberation of 1944. Let's see here. Okay, Kirk Douglas is in this. Jean-Paul Belmondo. Yeah. Anthony Perkins, Orson Welles. Is Paris Burning? Never heard of it. This stars John Wayne and Anthony Quinn. This is from, let's see. Oh gosh. 1945? Wow. Back to Baton? Is that really that old? That can't be. That's the date on there. Huh. This is Gregory Peck again, David Niven, Anthony Quinn. This is from I'm not going to be able to read that. It's old. I would say it's in the 60s. I don't know. Guns of Navarone. I have seen this. This is really good. This is directed by Clint Eastwood. There's actually two of them. They're going to kind of go hand in hand. They were both made at the same time. This one stars, I don't know if there's anybody of note that it stars. Ryan Philippe, Adam Beach. Yeah. Flags of Our Father. Yeah, that was a good movie. And I've seen its companion, basically then told from the other side. This movie actually won, or did it win, or was it just nominated? It was nominated for Best Picture. It's basically the same story, but told from the Japanese side. Letters from Iwo Jima. Let me pull out another stack here. I did see this. It stars Tom Selleck portraying an actual person from D-Day, who was, you may have heard of him. Ike. This is actually really good. I thought this was a really good movie. I don't know if any of you have seen this. Oh, this is considered one of the greatest World War II movies. Not for its action, for its drama and its portrayal of the main character, starring Bruno Ganz. He's rest in peace, but it is widely considered. It was nominated for an Academy Award, of course, won a bunch of Cannes Film Festival, those sort of thing. But yeah, if you have not seen Downfall, that is incredible movie, and the actor Bruno Ganz was incredible. His portrayal. Steve McQueen. No, let's see here. Not Steve McQueen. This is George Segal, Tom Courtenay, James Fox, Denholm Elliott. Oh, yeah, this is an old one too. 1965, I think. King Rat. Huh, never heard of it. Never heard of it. Oh, wow. Okay. This is a old movie. It stars Humphrey Bogart, Lloyd Bridges, Bruce Bennett. This has got to be in the 40s, 1943, I think. Whew, this is an old one. Sahara. Wow, that is an oldie. Now, I know a lot of you will know this one. Absolutely should know this one. It's a classic. This is from 1977, I believe. Stars James Caan, Michael Caine, Dirk Bogarde. Come on, you know this one. Bridge Too Far. Yes. Wow, there's so many. This one's never been opened, but I've seen bits and pieces of this one. Henry Fonda, Robert Shaw. Famous Battle, 1945, is when the battle was. The movie was done in 1965. Battle of the Bulge. I have to watch that one. This is a classic, but it's a modern classic, and it was so good. Steven Spielberg. I should just say that. It's not what you probably, I don't know. It's the other Steven Spielberg. It stars Liam Neeson. That's all I should say. Yeah, of course. Schindler's List. This movie, holy moly. Oh, this one hasn't been opened. I probably won't open it because I've seen it on TV and I saw it in the theaters way back when. This is the other Steven Spielberg movie that you probably thought originally. Yes, Tom Hanks. Saving Private Ryan. Of course, that's a must-have. Here's an old one. Kirk Douglas. Oh, wow, this is... I never heard this one before. When was this? 1957. Ralph Meeker. Adolphe Menjou, I think. George Macready. Pass of Glory. I don't think I've heard that one. Here's the Steve McQueen that I for whatever reason, thought the other one was Steve McQueen, James Garner, and Richard Attenborough. Yes, The Great Escape. Classic. This is a classic. I have seen this many, many years ago. Oh my gosh, this is from 1962, I think is what that says. Gosh. So there's a bunch of people in this as well. But it's not telling you who's in it. I think John Wayne's in it. International cast is what it says, but it's not giving me any names. It won an Oscar for special effects and cinematography. But why isn't there anybody's name on there? That looks like John Wayne for sure. I'm just trying to see if there's an inset here. I want to see if they have. No. Gosh. Anyway. Why don't they have the names on here? Anyway. I'm sorry. The Longest Day. I can't remember who those other people are. Jack Palance, Eddie Albert. This is... I've never heard of this either. Oh my gosh. This is from 1956. Oh man. The Associates? Is that who The Associates? And yeah, that's who produced it. Attack is the name of the movie. Have you guys heard of this? That's bizarre to me. All right, another stack here. Feel free to click off if you're not enjoying this. I'm actually enjoying this, going through these. William Holden, Cliff Robertson, Vince Edwards. Huh? Anybody? From 1968. The Devil's Brigade. I'm going to stack some of these back in the box here. Here's an oldie. Clark Gable, Burt Lancaster. Huh? This is from 1958. Run silent, run deep. That's wild. Let's see here. I'm not going to do that one. Oh my gosh. This looks old as well. I don't even know where to begin on this one. Gosh, I can't even read the names on this. Anyway, not a quiz, just battle cry. The men who fought, the women who waited, the women who waited, and the stolen moments they shared. What the heck is this, even World War II? A guitar-picking good old boy, a clean-cut All-American, a Navajo, a bookworm, enter Marine boot camp to be trained to answer their country's battle cry. Starring a who's who of 50s movie stars, yet they don't care to mention their names. Van Heflin, Aldo Ray, Mona Freeman, Nancy Olson, James Whitmore. Yeah, this is Yeah, no clue. Another John Wayne flick, also starring Patricia Neal. This is from 1951, Operation Pacific. If any of you are getting these, I am tipping my hat to you because that's absolutely amazing that you're able to do this. This movie I have seen. This is pretty modern. Stars. It won actually several awards for Best Actor, Adrian Brody, Best Director, Roman Polanski, and Best Screenplay. This was a really good movie, The Pianist. If you haven't seen that, that's really good. They fought their way to glory. This is from 1940. Wow, they just put this movie right out, didn't they? 1942? Or is that? No, that can't be right. 1969? Who's in it? That should tell me. Brian Donlevy, McDonald Carey. Oh, wow. This is old. Robert Preston, Albert Decker. Written by John Farrow. It's Mia Farrow's dad, I guess. Wake Island. Never heard. I mean, I've heard of Wake Island, of course, but I've never heard the movie. Is this World War II? I mean, this is a classic movie. I mean, it is a classic movie. It's, let's see here. Yeah, it deals around the time the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor. Burt Lancaster, Montgomery Clift, Deborah Kerr, Donna Reed, Frank Sinatra. Yes. From Here to Eternity. This one, how many? 8 Academy Awards, including the 1953 Best Picture. Ah, yes, Clint Eastwood, Richard Burton. Is this, I don't know when this was, but in the 60s, I'm guessing. Let's see, 68. Where Eagles Dare. Unopened. I've heard of it too. This one? No. Never heard this one either. Unopened. It's so wild. He would just buy them and not watch them. Robert Montgomery, John Wayne. This is an older one as well. This is from 19... Oh, gosh. Not sure. In the 60s. Oh, wait. 1942, maybe? No way. It's not that old. Is it? 1945, I believe is the date on here. They were expendable. Anybody? If you're getting these, I am truly amazed. These are movies I had never even heard of. We're over halfway, so hopefully you're not completely bored. But I'm enjoying going through these. And a lot of you can tell me what your favorites are and all that stuff. This is starring Nicolas Cage. The movie itself was okay. I love the story, though. But it's about the Navajo, code breakers, wind talkers. It's okay. It's an okay movie. Ah, this is a classic. Lee Marvin is in this. Ernest Borgnine, Charles Bronson, Jim Brown, the football player. Oh, yeah. The Dirty Dozen. This was a classic. That's a classic. Henry Fonda, James Cagney, William Powell, Jack Lemmon. Wow. I'm not quite sure if I've heard this one before. This is from 1955. Mr. Roberts? Mr. Roberts? Interesting. Okay. All right, so we move on. This one I have seen. This is Bruce Willis and Colin Farrell. It's a made-up story. It's really good, though. Hearts War. You see that? Hearts War. We're going to go. I need to start going through these quicker, or this video is going to be like 4 hours long. Peter Lawford, Steve McQueen, Richard Johnson, Frank Sinatra, of course, Gina Lollobrigida, Lolo Brigida. Never heard of her. It's an old one. Never so few. Okay, this is a classic. Francis Ford Coppola, right? Marlon Brando, Martin Sheen, Robert Duvall, Lawrence Fishburne, Dennis Hopper, and even has Harrison Ford in it. Apocalypse. Now, George C. Scott, I believe this won an Academy Award. If I'm not... 8. It won 8 awards, including Best Picture in 1970. Of course, Patton. Never heard of this one. Marlon Brando, Yul Brynner. It's an old one. Black and white, I believe. Morituri? Has anybody heard of that one? If you got that one, give yourself an extra point. That's pretty good. This is an old one too. Gregory Peck, Christopher Plummer, Sir John Gielgud. Scarlet and Black. Never heard of it. Have not heard of that at all. Try to get through some of these quicker here. This is let's see here. This has George Segal, Robert Vaughn, Ben Gazzara. It's from 1969. Bridge at Imogen. Okay, on to the next stack. We're going through them pretty quick here. Let's see, it has Don Amici, Dana Andrews. This is an old one. Wing and a Prayer. Can you see that? It hasn't been opened, so it has that glare when you... This is Audie Murphy. This is a classic one, too. This is from... what year is this? This is an old one. It's been remastered. Well, 1955, I believe. To Hell and Back. See that? Leo, what are you doing, buddy? William Bendix, Anthony Quinn. Anthony Quinn's and Gregory Peck have done a lot of war movies. That's what I'm finding out. Never heard of this one either. This is from oh wow, this is really old, 1943. I always love that they're making war movies before the war's even over. But Guadalcanal Diary. So weird. John Wayne. This is Pacific Theater. It's got to be in the 40s or 50s. Yes, the writing is so small. I don't know. Sands of Iwo Jima. Here we go. I know you guys will know this one. William Holden, Don Taylor, Otto Preminger. You have to know this one. This is from 1952. Stalag 17. Sean Connery. Scotsman. It is from 1965, I believe. 55? 65. What does that say? I think that's 55. North Africa, World War II, British soldiers on the brink of collapse. The Hill. Not open. I may have to check that one out. I like Sean Connery a lot. He was a legend. This is kind of a this is a classic one. Oliver Reed, Anthony Quinn. It comes in both English and Arabic. Interesting. Is this even World War II? Let's find out. Leader of who waged a 20-year guerrilla war against the invading Italian tank armies. Oh, wow. An increasingly furious fascist dictator. Benito Mussolini. Okay. Yeah. Also has John Gielgud in this. I've heard of it. I haven't seen it, though. Lion of the Desert. What are you doing, Leo? Awfully. This one I enjoyed. This is one of those what if type movies. Kirk Douglas, Martin Sheen, James Ferrantino. I enjoyed it. If you haven't seen it, you should check it out. The Final Countdown. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. Steve McQueen. This was nominated for 9 Academy Awards in 1966. Best Actor, Steve McQueen, and Best Picture, 1966. Sand Pebbles. Here we go. Now we're getting to some just movie classics. I say that tongue in cheek. This stars... I know this movie chaps a lot of you guys, and I apologize. I find it entertaining, which in the grand scheme of things, yes, I know historically it is so out of whack, and the reason why it's because it's made by Americans. You know, it is what it is, okay? It's an entertaining movie if you can just step outside of that fact that it historically it's almost shameful. Matthew McConaughey, U571, probably one of the most historically accurate films of our time. No, I know. We didn't capture the Enigma machine. I know, but if you can just remove yourself from that historical blunder of what they tried to convey there, the movie itself was pretty entertaining. And then I'm going to back it up with this gem. Again, movie was, I guess it was entertaining the first time. Then it became really annoying. And then I just watched it maybe a couple months ago. I just happened to catch it on TV. And I found myself watching it all the way to the end. So I don't know. Take that for what it is. But it's a Michael Bay film. So it had a lot of explosions. Ben Affleck. You probably know it. Yes. Pearl Harbor. Another Another cinematic beauty. This was pretty good. This was dark, from what I remember. It's been a long time since I've seen this. It was nominated for Best Picture, and many other nominations. Had Sean Penn, Adrian Brody, Jim Caviezel, John Cusack, George Clooney, Woody Harrelson. Wow. Elias Koteas. John C. Reilly, Nick Nolte. Wow, this had a lot of people in it. Thin Red Line. I don't know if anybody has seen that. I'm gonna have to revisit that because it's been a long time since I've seen that. And if I remember, it was kind of dark. Oh yeah, this is one of those great movies that was made back in those days. Clint Eastwood, Telly Savalas, Don Rickles of all people, Donald Sutherland, Carol O'Connor. You're like going, how are all these guys in this movie? But this movie's great. This hasn't even been unopened, but I've seen it on cable before. Kelly's Heroes. Oh man, classic. Don't think I've heard of this one. Robert Taylor, George Murphy, Thomas Mitchell. Any of these names sound familiar to you? Ooh, stars Desi Arnaz also. I know who Desi Arnaz is from Lucy. Anyway, Baton. This is probably one of those movies they made in like 4 days, you know. Okay, now we are on to another stack here. Okay, this one I have seen. It's good. It's really good. Stretches the truth, of course. It's loosely based on a true story and a true guy. Of course, it has Jude Law and Joseph Fiennes, Rachel Weisz, Bob Hoskins, and of course Ed Harris plays an awesome German dude. Enemy at the Gates. If you haven't seen that one, this has been open. I've watched this. This is really good. I enjoyed it. I saw this in the theaters. I like that one movie. That was good. We are almost down. We're down to our last stack here. Charlton Heston, Henry Fonda, Midway. Yeah. It's a pretty good one. I like the modern Midway. It actually is pretty accurate. There's a channel on YouTube that has done some of these movies and breaks them down. His channel is called History Buffs. Go check it out. It's really good. This movie. Sylvester Stallone, Michael Caine, Max von Sydow, even has Pele. Huh? You should know that one right away. It's really good. I enjoy it. Victory. I love this movie. I really do. Oh, this is a classic. William Holden, Alec Guinness, winner of 7 Academy Awards in 1957, and for Best Picture, unopened, by the way, unopened. Bridge on the River Kwai. Yes, classic movie right there. Gregory Peck. He's made a ton of World War II movies. Let's see here. Winner of 2 Academy Awards in 1949. Best Supporting Actor, Dean Jagger. And Best Sound, 12 O'Clock High. James Garner, Eva Marie Saint, and Rod Taylor. I don't think I've heard of this. Looks like it's in black and white. So, let's see here. What year? 1964? Or 54? Have you heard of this? 36 Hours? Never heard that one. Let's see here. Peter Finch, Ava Bartok, Tony Britton. Has not been opened. Even comes with this 2 for buy 1 DVD, get a second one off. Sticker on there still. Gosh, never heard of this one. In a daring life or death mission, 3 British agents are sent into Amsterdam to take as many of the city's industrial diamonds as they can before the impending Nazi invasion. Huh? Operation Amsterdam. I've never heard that one. Okay. This is a good one, and we will be watching this on the Patreon channel. This is definitely one of the movies. And of course, if any of these others you want me to watch on the Patreon, I'll be happy to do that as well. But of course, this is definitely one of the ones I will be watching. Michael Caine, Trevor Howard, Harry Andrews, Kurt Jurgens, Ian McShane. Love Ian McShane. Kenneth Moore, Lawrence Olivier, Christopher Plummer, Nigel Patrick, Michael Redgrave, Ralph Richardson, Robert Shaw, Patrick Wymark, Susanna York. I'm sure you know who it is, what it is. Battle of Britain. This has been watched a few times. By my father, that is. Old Blue Eyes, Frank Sinatra, Trevor Howard. Trevor Howard's been in a lot of these flicks as well. This is a classic movie from way back when. See here, as the Allies begin to push the Nazis back toward Germany, U.S. combat pilot Sinatra is shot down and placed in a prison camp. Von Ryan's Express. It's an old one. This one, they say, is one of the best World War II Pacific Theater, Pearl Harbor movies. Yeah, that's probably all I can divulge without giving away. It's won nominated for 5 Academy Awards. Yeah, I'm trying to see who is in this movie. It's so small I can't even see it. Yeah, Tora Tora Tora. John Wayne, Robert Ryan. Another one of those that I'd never even heard of that probably took a couple weeks to make way back in the day. Yeah. Gosh, when was this made? 50s, late 40s maybe. Flying Leathernecks. Have you even heard of these movies? It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. All right, just a couple more here. We are off of single movies. Now, he has these really cool tins. Not a trivia or anything like that, but World War II Battlefront, or in color. It's a bunch of discs in here. This looks cool. 5 DVDs. Documentary, I'm sure. Like it's never been seen before. World War II Battlefront. Comes with a booklet. And last but not least, of course, I want to throw in, of course, I got what Bob sent me, right? Oh, What a Lovely War. We'll probably be watching that as well. And of course, not World War II, but this was sent, and I started to watch it, and I said, Oh my gosh, I'm going to hold off on it. In fact, you know what? I'm not going to even tell you. I'm not going to even show you because I want to hold off and surprise you with that one. That's definitely one of the ones that we're going to watch. This all-time favorite, my absolute favorite, Band of Brothers. It comes in a nice tin. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. So, even for whatever reason, my father had cut out an old newspaper clipping on Dick Winters there. Interesting. Oh, it's his obituary. Oh my gosh. Huh. It's from 2011. Huh. That is so cool. Wow, that took a turn. That's his obituary. Put that back in there. So, there you have it. Hope that was okay for you. Enjoyable. It was fun for me to go through them. Made me think of my father, which is always pleasant to do. He even has this big old book. My dad also had a bunch of these old, like Time Life books and others that were just World War II, the Pacific Theater, the Western Front, the Eastern Front, Africa. And there was just these novels of books with pictures and they're really cool. Hopefully I can get my hands on those as well. But haven't gotten to that part of the house. I guess they're just all stacked up in this back room at my mom's house now. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that. Hope everybody's happy, healthy, and safe. Now, be sure to let me know in the comments how well you did. And we'll see you in the next one. Have a great New Year's, everyone. Thank you. Take care. Bye. I have to say, I also have this one, World of War. Now that's a must-watch as well. Definitive history of the Second World War. Oh, yeah. This was tucked underneath something. I missed it. Definitely a must to watch that one.
Mark from the States, Mark from the States, it's Mark. And he's